Good afternoon. What an amazing week. We really look forward to this week and the two programs this year, the Northwestern Wildcats, the Tennessee Volunteers, just class acts. We've enjoyed every single event, spending time with them, have just absolutely been amazing. The courage that they display on the field and the ability to kind of get along and show respect for one another. And they know that, hey, game day, that's going to change. And it certainly did today. And Tennessee came out on the right side of the scoreboard today, had an incredible performance. And it's my honor and privilege to be able to present the Outback Bowl Championship Trophy to the Tennessee Volunteers and Coach Jones.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. And I'd like to thank Jim McVay and the entire Outback Bowl. This was a destination that we really worked hard to get to. The week, the festivities, this is what separates it as one of the best bowls in the country. So on behalf of the University of Tennessee, thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for the nice warm weather. Thank you that everything that went along with the bowl game. I'd be remiss if I didn't congratulate Northwestern and Coach Fitzgerald, good friend of mine, first class program in every stretch, 10-win season. They got a lot to be proud of and have a tremendous amount of respect for him and in his entire football organization. Next, how about our seniors? Our seniors have been through so much. That trophy will mean so much to them. And this is the first time since 1996 and 97 that Tennessee has won back-to-back bowl games. And they can take great pride that they had a great deal to do with that in both years. And this football team defines resolve. There was a lot of individuals that wanted to bury us, wanted to look for everything out there, and this team just kept staying. And the adversity brought us closer and closer together, united us, 6-game winning streak. And it's a football team that all of Vol Nation should be very, very proud of. I'd also like to thank Vol Nation. Again, their support, their turnout is what makes Tennessee the best football program in America, the most prideful football program in America. And I'm excited and very proud that we're getting back to where this football program deserves to be. Jalen Hurd, MVP, what can I say? First of all, it starts up front with the offensive line. It starts with the tight ends. It starts with the offensive line blocking. Jalen was a game-time decision, and it's a testament to him getting himself back, getting himself ready to go. But he may tell you the true MVP is Jason McVay and our entire training staff and doctors for working around the clock. And it's a tribute to Jalen, the amount of time that he spent in the training room when we thought he was doubtful for the game. And that's a tribute to him and our training staff and our sports science department of really getting him back. When you look at the storylines of the game, +4 in the turnover battle. I was concerned initially because we didn't take advantage of the field position that was presented to us early on in the game. But, you know, we knew it would be a tough game. We knew that it was a line of scrimmage game. When you look at time of possession, I think defensively, holding them 4 out of 15 on third down conversions, getting off the field, that was big for us. But +4 in turnovers. Another young man I'm exceptionally proud of who has left his mark on Tennessee football is Ellis. Alex played his best game of his career. And it's very fitting that he do so. He exemplifies a Tennessee Vol walk-on, earned a scholarship, and closed his career out in very fitting fashion. So I'll answer any questions you may have.
Butch, last year you said this program was under construction after you won the bowl game. Where is this program now heading next
Still under construction. You're always under construction. The road to success is always under construction. And we need to continue to recruit and develop and continue to grow and elevate our football program. But where we've come in 3 short years is amazing. And I owe it to all of our players, our staff, our support staff, and our seniors. And they've really taken the charge. And I think this game showed the maturity of this football team. With the heat, care of their bodies, the workmanlike approach that we displayed, not only here at the bowl site, but back home in Knoxville. They had that championship mindset of really investing in victory each and every day, and very, very proud of them.
When was the decision made on Jalen?
Game time.
When did you guys know Jalen was injured, and I guess what was the process of making sure he was right throughout the season? You guys really finished up?
Yeah, it occurred, I want to say in either Monday's or Tuesday's practice, and it was a hamstring, and he was just running in the open field and went down and felt it pull. And to his credit, it was 4, 5, 6 rounds of treatment, round the clock. And again, Jason McVay and our entire training staff and doctors, they did a tremendous job. And, Jalen, sacrificed. And he stayed in that training room and worked and worked and worked. And, we felt on Thursday's practice that he would have a chance. He didn't run much. He just did some straight ahead stuff, and we knew it'd be a game time decision, and he's very mentally tough. We talk about T-tough. He was T-tough, and he said, I can go. And when you look at 130 yards rushing, and he had no negative yards rushing, that's a tribute to the gentleman up front and to Jalen and Josh managing the offense as well.
What you said, the success is always under construction. What's the next step of construction for your program? How do you make sure that you use the whole
Right.
momentum for that?
Well, depth. We need to continue to develop depth. We need to continue to close this recruiting season out with a class that really helps us in that depth, not so much in the rankings, but in a recruiting class that adds another brick, another layer to our foundation of who we want to become and what we need. And then just, again, providing the momentum into the offseason and, working hard to take the next step. Continuing to grow and elevate everything that we do in our football program. We need to continue to elevate everything from A to Z, and I'm in the process of reviewing that, and we'll continue to review that.
Coach, what happened to Cam's son?
I'm sorry?
Coach, what happened to him?
It was a hamstring, and I feel for him. He invested in his body every day. Football is so important to him. The University of Tennessee is so important to him, but I think it speaks volumes of his character when he couldn't go. He was out there for his teammates. He was in the offensive huddle, the defensive huddle, and that speaks towards his character and his competitive character.
Coach, you said earlier in the week this game was going to be won and lost in the trenches. You were prophetic about that. How much better were you guys in the offensive defense?
Well, I thought the one drive, I believe it was a 13-play drive, 14-play drive, and we established the line of scrimmage. And it's a mindset and it's a mentality that we've worked since, December 7th, 3 years ago, of being tough mentally and physically. And, Mike DeBoard has brought a whole nother element in terms of toughness. I think that showed today, in pounding with patience. With the run game. And I thought the play action game, I thought Josh did some very good things in the throw game early. The 1 3rd and long to Von Pearson, that really changed field position. That was a big play. So I thought our receivers played well today in all aspects. Our tight ends caught the football. I thought we played complementary football, and you guys hear me say it all the time, but the great teams, the teams that win, they play complementary football in all 3 phases, and we were able to do that. Well, it was some things we put in new for the bowl game. It was some new nuances with motion back into basically playing with a fullback and, off a sprint draw action and putting them up the seam. And, it's something that we hadn't run all year.
Hey, Coach, can I take you back 3 years ago when you first got here, and one of your first recruiting visits was the Jalen Hurd Mvp's house. And, how symbolic
Yeah.
And what's happened since then?
Well, it spent all the time on what he had at that time referred to as the man cave. But Jalen's very special to me. He's very dear to my heart. It started the pipeline of the great players staying at home in Tennessee. And I think it's a great illustration, again, that great players in this state need to stay at home in Tennessee. And there's so many values and benefits that it brings life after football. Why would you want to go anywhere else? You're the state institution. You saw Vol Nation. Nobody supports their football program like our fan base. Why would you even think of going anywhere else? And that's something from day one walking in here, we sold to our recruits. But we don't need to sell it. It's passion. It's what we believe in. And Jalen was one of those individuals that stayed true to his commitment, stayed true to his word, and how much he has developed in our football program, not just on the field, but off the field in the leadership. I love him, and I'm very indebted to him.
Coach, how big of a
Two more
springboard-
questions.
How big of a springboard can this win be, not just into recruiting, but into the 2016 season?
Well, it obviously provides momentum. Anytime you can win a bowl game, a January bowl game against a quality opponent, the 13th ranked team in the country that was 10-2, I think, again, it adds credence to what you're building. Now it's what do you do with it, though? Our players will have a great opportunity this year that they didn't have last year in terms of they can go home and be with their families. We don't start school for, I believe, a little over a week, so they can enjoy that, and then they'll have a week or two off, and then it's getting right back at it and working and grinding each and every day to be the best football team we can be. But it's what we do with it now. We have to learn from the experiences of a very long football season that we've been through, and we need to apply it to Team 120 now. It's hard to believe that it's now Team 120.
Last question.
It's a touchdown right before the half. They kind of get them two scores down, they get them out of their zone.
It was big, and we knew that we were going to get the ball to start the second half. So anytime you can have momentum going in is very, very important. So Dustin, this question better be good. I was cut off, but I'm going to give you the floor for the last question. And so it better be good. The pressure's on you.
You talk about Cam being out. Obviously, get 3 picks out of the secondary. What does it say for those guys to be able to do that without Cam?
Yeah, that was great to see. Cam is the steady Eddie back there. He's the individual that takes great pride in his performance. He's consistent. I thought the interception by Brian Randolph, was very, very big for us. But across the board, our secondary continues to work, and I thought they progressed and got better and better and better. It's great to see E-Man get one. Now he's got to finish the deal. But again, this football team and these kids have worked exceptionally hard. And I said it, I believe, after the Vanderbilt game, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to say it again. There's 4 phases to building a football program. The first phase is building the culture. The culture has to be right. There has to be a capacity for work. There's got to be a mindset. There's got to be character. We have that. And it shows in our academics. This football team also had one of the highest academic semesters we've had in the history of Tennessee football. The next thing is being competitive, working to be competitive in games. We found that out. We were able to do that. The third is winning games. And now the fourth is building off those wins, surviving success, building off of success. How do you handle success? That's what I was really waiting to see, coming in on a 5-game winning streak. I told our football team last night, who are we? What do we stand for? We can't forget the blueprint of what got us to this point, our habits, our style of play, all the things that are important to playing winning football. And I knew last night they had that look in the eye. I knew they were ready to go. And then this morning I could sense it. So thank you. Happy New Year. And thanks for coming out. Go Vols.